What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new reality series, Sex, Love, and Goop. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Let me make this clear. Prior to this show, I knew nothing, zit, nada, nothing about Gwyneth Paltrow's wellness and new age company Goop. Nothing whatsoever. I've heard whispers about it, but that's pretty much it. I even had to end up watching her previous Netflix show, The Goop Lab, in order to get a better understanding before I sat through this one. And yes, to describe Sex, Love, and Goop as a spiritual sequel to The Goop Lab is not an exaggeration. Now, if you've seen The Goop Lab, that show was not all about sex. It had other episodes that explored psychedelics, breathing exercises, yoga, or whatever it may be. And then it had that one controversial episode about vulvas and self-pleasure, which got everybody buzzing. So think of Sex, Love, and Goop as an expansion of that episode. They built upon that one and expanded it into these 6 new half-hour long episodes. So it comes with the territory when I say that this show is only for the thick skin. If you are easily triggered and you think that sex is taboo and should only be discussed in private, then you will most definitely find these episodes appalling. The same case actually on the other side. If you are a gung-ho science-based liberal like True Science all the way, you too will quickly dismiss this show as simply mumbo-jumbo. Make no mistake, by the end of it, I'm not rah-rah Team Goop. But do I go, oh my god, think of the children, talking about sex is vulgar and dirty? No, not at all, man. Quite the opposite, really. But there are upsides and downsides to the methods shown and taught on these episodes. Produced by Boardwalk Pictures, Oscar winner Gwyneth Paltrow and her Goop team brings us Sex, Love, and Goop. This unscripted series follows 5 courageous couples who, with the help of experts, learn lessons to enhance their relationships through more pleasurable sex and deeper intimacy. Okay, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a shrink, I'm just an observer. And my impression is, from having watched these 6 episodes, yeah, this entire show is mainly one big giant advertising for Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop company. But it doesn't mean that their overall intentions are bad. Going in, I try to keep an open mind and not be judgmental, which is difficult since being judgmental and critical is part of what I do. But basically, Sex, Love, and Goop features several couples. Some are hetero and some LGBTQ, and they would tell the host, Gwyneth, about their current intimacy problem. Each couple gets assigned to a sex therapist who then advises them through a various series of sexercises. Keep in mind that this is not a family content by a long shot. Sex, Love, and Goop has graphic nudity. It's brutally honest when it comes to its sexual themed conversations, and it delves into topics that might be uncomfortable for some audiences. Is this whole thing pseudoscience? Yes. And they would get into trouble if they declared it as otherwise. But this is not the first and only pseudoscience documentaries that Netflix has. You can scroll down through the options, there's plenty of them. Of course, this one gets the most attention because of Gwyneth Paltrow's celeb status. But again, it's not all around a bad thing. Like one lesbian couple featured on these episodes who don't know what to do in terms of lesbian sexual intercourse. So is it wrong for them to go to a sex therapy to find out and learn more? Of course not. And those episodes even bring up equally important subjects like body positivity and the fact that pornography is not always a perfect representation of sex in real life. I got nothing against porn or sex workers, but it can be intimidating when you think that that is what you have to measure up to in your bedroom with your partner. On the other hand, I hate it when they call this an alternate medicine, as if this is the preferred substitute to actual medicine or actual science. I'd rather call it optional. What I'm getting at is that you can't solve your relationships just based on this alternative. Sometimes it takes a combination of both. Sometimes it has to be straight up medicine, or sometimes it's completely something else. There's a couple on these episodes where the wife feels that she's not an equal partner to her husband anymore. They have 2 children, but she often feels that she's taking care of 3. Well, that sounds like something you need to discuss in a marriage counseling, not a sex therapy. You can do all kinds of sexercises all you want, but it won't get to the deeper issue or the root of the cause. So that's what I mean by the downside of Sex, Love, and Goop. Feel free to watch this show, but please don't come to the conclusion that this is the prime, that this is the be-all and end-all. I mean, it's healthy to talk about sex, but remember, there's sex language, there's love language, there's body language. Hell, there's also prescription drugs language. So figuring out what works best for you is the key. So just like the disclaimer at the beginning of these episodes, approach Sex, Love, and Goop with full discretion.